Yo, what's up, guys? It's Urban Exotics UK or Lewis, and I'm just about to invite the special guest. One second. Having technical difficulties. Hi, Michaela. I'm currently on a mock-up tripod because stupid me left it in my dad's car. I'm just waiting for Dragon Whisperer now. Came from, I've got about time. Still got to do before. So we have some issues. Dragon Whisperer will only be coming on in about 20-30 minutes. It can only stay on an hour. So, Johan, do you want to jump on me for a bit? Because I don't like talking to myself for hours. Well, this is going to plan. No. Okay. Don't know what to do. Do I wait or do I end the stream? Because he did say he'd be ready, but obviously not. Problem is, Joanne, I haven't got many animals here. I'm at the flat. Not in my normal animal room. I've only got the stick insects here. Could get them out, like, but right. Go different hours, animals, and what's on my wish list. The next thing on my wish list is a red locale, Kenyan locale, African house snake, team negative, albino African house snake, green locale African house snake, few king snakes. What else is on my list? Hi, Mark. Uh, Hi, Peter. Long time no see. Um, Stay here. Indian stick insects. I've got a load of them. Yeah, same, Peter. Hope you get better. Also, if anyone in the UK is interested in some stick insects, sorry, got a noisy neighbour. Um, yeah, if anyone's interested in the UK and interested in them stick insects, they will be available at Lancashire Exotics UK on Facebook. There's going to be like, we're hobbyist breeders, and we're all independent traders under a same name. We're going to be breeding scorpions, tarantulas, mantis, snakes, and eventually fish, maybe frogs. I'm not sure. I can't, Johan. You know how much that would cost. Trying to send a letter was expensive enough. What else have I got? I haven't put this out, but my Heterometrus silensis molted recently. What else has been going on? Trying to think of stuff to talk about. Has anybody got any questions to ask me? Stay phone. I'm going to have to put a fan on because it's really hot in this flat. My favorite snake. That's a hard one. If it was, I've got to say, my favorite snake would be African house snakes or a boa. And the lizards, my favorite lizard has got to be tegus. Peter, inbox me later and let me know what you got. Mark, inbox me on my personal Facebook and I'll let you know prices, mate. Sorry, my phone keeps slipping. I'm currently got it propped up on a bed because stupid me left my tripod in my dad's car from filming the go-kart racing the other day. One second, I'll turn my camera back. I knew you cleared out like a lot of your inverts, Peter, but I didn't know like you were clearing them all out except one. Keep the phone stay. Who's still left in the chat? I was expecting a lot more people than this, to be honest. I knew you downsized a load, Peter, but Right, I'm back. I was just sharing the link around. Fuck's sake. Sorry for my language. Phone, homemade phone things naffing me off. Oh, oh shit. So, pasta's just gone all over the floor. 1 second. Well, this is an eventful stream. Sorry. Honest nightmare. I'm handheld now because basically what I was using to prop it up fell and pasta went everywhere. So yeah. What the hell is going on with my camera? I thought this stream's been a nightmare. Spilt pasta over my floor, everything. Forgot my tripod. Oh yeah, that's better. Hi, Andy.
Can you hear me, Lewis?
Just about, mate.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, just about, mate.
All right. I really apologize. It was completely my fault. Lewis coordinated and communicated very well, and it was the American that dropped the ball on the time. But I'm here now. Dana said I'm probably too loud. When I was on Johan's stream last time, when I went back and watched it, I was really loud.
Mate, is there any way you can turn your audio up?
Yeah. Is that any better?
One sec. On my end.
How about the people in the chat? Can you guys hear me? Diana says I can hear you loud and clear. It might just be on your end, Lewis. Peter says loud here. It's in the StreamYard settings. It sounds like everybody can hear me. Yeah, everybody can hear me. Johan, good to see you there. Kaylee, Spiders, Dana Fletcher, Peter Webster, everybody that's in the chat. Mark, glad to see all the people in the chat. That's awesome.
There you go. Sorted. It was my end.
All right, you got me now there, Lewis.
It was my media was turned down.
I got you. Yeah, it was funny. Me and Johan were actually playing Fortnite, and then he was like, "Don't you have a live stream soon?" I was like, "Yes, at 4 o'clock." And he was like, "No, I think it's starting right now." And I was like, "Oh no."
I'm currently doing it handheld because I left my tripod in my dad's car.
That's funny. You banana, Lewis. All right, so I'm gonna grab an animal. Let me grab something so we can see some animals. Hold up, I'm gonna be right back.
Hi, Kaylee.
Here we go. So, Lewis, do you have any snakes yet?
Yeah, but it's at my mate's.
Okay.
Because I can't keep it in the house at the moment. My mum hates them.
Oh goodness, that's no good. You gotta respect them.
Yeah, well, it's because she says it's not, but it's my uncle's fault. He had an Indian rock python and it got in her toy box when she was younger.
Oh wow! And rock pythons they're notorious for being mean.
Yeah, this one was pretty chill. It was just my mum.
Yeah, right. Yeah, a snake in your toy box. Even when I was a kid, a snake in my toy box, that would have scared me too, though. Shit.
Yeah. But I've got a TSK Xantic Pastel Lesser 50% het orange ghost.
Oh wow! See, I'm thinking about getting into the ghost genes. My buddy has some nice orange ghost stuff for sale right now.
I got him for a bargain, mate. I got him for £70.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, that is a bargain. Wow.
I've had him a while, but when I get my big custom built shed, I'm going into African house snakes.
Oh wow! Now are they bitey or are they easy to handle?
Nah, chill.
Okay.
They're pretty chill. I'm higher end Cali King snakes, and then I'm gonna breed a few ball pythons. But that's about it.
So you're not into the tree bowls like Anton, the bitey ones.
Nah. I like carpet pythons, so I might eventually.
Yeah, I do like carpet pythons. I like the jungle carpet pythons, especially the zebras.
They've got a tiger carpet python in where I am, and it's 2 year old, and it's really tame. And
Oh wow.
he only wants 115 for it.
Yeah, that's a good price, and if it's big and tame, that's a good snake.
Yeah. Um, and the other thing I might get is a true lipstick Cali boa.
Oh, yeah. See, I want to get a bigger snake. I'm torn between. My buddy has an albino call boa, and it's about 7 or 8 feet, and it's beautiful. It's like all these oranges and pinks and purples.
Yeah, I like
But
the Calis.
and I really like this now that they're making a lot of super dwarf. You're starting to see a lot of super dwarf retics where you can get like a
Yeah,
really pretty purple tiger retic that's only going to get 10 feet long. Like I wouldn't mind something like that.
yeah, we get a few super dwarfs. My mate's got he's got a normal 66% het super dwarf, and
Oh
he's got one that's 77% het dwarf lavender albino.
wow. See, my buddy has retics that I go help him with sometimes, but his actually, if you haven't checked out his channel, Intrepid Exotics, he does a lot of good videos on what U.S. Ark's doing and big snake videos. But I go over and help him, and he's got some big, like 14-foot retics, and he's got a big, huge, like 16-foot berm, and we take him out in the yard and stuff, and he lets me handle them. It's fun handling snakes that big, but I couldn't own nothing that was 16, 20 feet long.
Yeah,
It takes way too much space to house them, and they eat
yeah.
big prey items.
My
Yeah,
mate's
this
just
guy's.
got a nice boa. He's just got a hypo common boa, and it's 100% het salmon.
Oh wow. Yeah, this guy is 66% het for candy, and I'm gonna try to pick up a double het candy pied female this fall to breed him with, so maybe I can produce candy pieds this next spring.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna put him back and get some of my babies out. See my baby ball pythons. It's okay, puppy. No, I think she may. I thought she may have been in the chat earlier, but I know that um, Sherry Lynn Madcat. Some of the people that watch me and Johan know her, and she lost a roommate, so they're doing a charity auction for her, and I put one of my albino ball pythons will be in the auction. This is a little female that I'm actually holding back from me because I love her blushing she has on her sides, and I love her pattern. So I'm
Is it
gonna
a
be keep.
normal? Is it a normal
Yeah,
albino?
yeah. Her parents are both 100% visual, so it's just a single recessive gene, just 100% albino. But she has a lot of blushing going up her sides that I haven't really seen a lot in albinos, and she also has a lot of white spots in her alien heads, which you see occasionally, but she has them in almost every one of her pattern spots and alien heads. So I've rarely seen that many white spots in the pattern on an albino in that blushing. So I just thought, I don't really think there's anything there. I just thought that she looked different than any other one I've ever seen. And she looks different than her mom or dad. So I'm going to hold her back and see what she looks like as she gets older.
Are you sure
But
she's not a lavender, William?
Yeah, I mean, but neither one of the parents supposedly have lavender, but that doesn't mean that they don't. I mean,
Yeah,
they weren't sold to me as that, but that doesn't mean they don't. And
yeah.
it's kind of funny that I had four females and three males out of this clutch, and the females are all pretty much like this is the female. They're pretty much all yellow.
Yeah.
Um, are gold, and they don't hardly have any orange on them at all. They're pretty much all just gold in their pattern and yellows. And the males have a lot of orange on their backs, and they have some orange stripes, and some of them even have a pretty good orange head stamp. So it's just kind of funny. And neither one of the parents have really any orange in their pattern, and I'm sure that'll probably fade out as they grow, but I just thought it was unusual that the males have so much orange and none of the females seem to have any.
It is sounding like lavender albino.
I love the lavender albino, especially I just saw some lavender albino pieds and they were like, oh my gosh, but they're going for like $5,000-6,000 in the United States.
I've
Super
noticed
expensive.
snakes are quite expensive in the States.
Yeah. Now, are you more into spiders and invertebrates, or are you more into reptiles, Lewis?
I'm more into reptiles, but unlimited at the moment.
Oh, I gotcha.
I did have a Siamese leaf-toed gecko, but unfortunately it passed away.
Oh no.
It escaped. I found it, and
Oh
then
no.
it had like a fit and died
Oh.
in my hands.
Oh no.
Yeah,
So you think it was stress? You think stress caused it?
I don't know, to be honest.
Oh. Well, you know, it's just that is an unfortunate part of keeping the reptiles. I had matter of fact, let me get the little tub and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Give me 1 second. Now I'm gonna see if I can adjust the camera a little bit without messing up my whole rig because it's pretty janky.
Yeah.
And see if yeah, I've got a tripod and a little camera mount, but my camera mount doesn't screw into my tripod right. Like they're not compatible, so I've got like a C clamp like holding my my camera rig onto my tripod. So these are my baby bearded dragons that I just hatched out from the mother that passed away, unfortunately, and her father's always been one of my favorite animals, or the father of these dragons. But unfortunately, there was only 5 good eggs out of her clutch she laid before she passed away, and unfortunately, damn that camera cord. Unfortunately, out of the 5 fertile eggs, one was stillborn and never came out of the egg. So I got 4 babies, and one was really small and was not wanting to eat at all. I actually force fed it some Repta Boost and ground up dubia roaches, but when I woke up this morning, that poor little dragon had passed away, and it did not make it through the night. But these are some beautiful little cuties, and they're so freaking tiny right now, but they're really active, and they've been crushing little dubia roaches, and I gave them some little small hornworms the other day. But all 3 of them have different pattern, but their mom was leatherback, so all of them are leatherbacks, and but that guy's like really dark and orange, and then this little dude is really really light colored, has like completely different coloration. I don't know if the camera will. Don't want him to jump off my finger, but this dude is way lighter. And it's funny that.
Do you know how the mum? Do you know how the mum died, or?
Yeah, I talked about it on one of my videos. It was something that I learned from. It was partially my fault. And see, this guy has completely different colors than the other 2. Like all 3 of them look pretty different. But these are kind of special little dragons just because their mom is gone and their father is a dragon I've always wanted to breed. And he's a massive 715-gram blue bar. I'm going to get him out here and show you in a minute the father. But they so the mother, Lewis, I had her in a it's where my Savannah monitor is now. And because I knew she was going to lay eggs, she'd already laid one clutch. I had about 6 inches of substrate, play sand and eco earth in her enclosure, and she's in a big 4x2x2. But what happened was her basking bulb went out, and I did not have. I think she had a 100-watt high intensity basking bulb, and the only one I had at the time to replace it with was like a 50-watt or a 60-watt. So it wasn't getting her basking rock as hot as I needed it to get. So I stacked up some some bricks underneath her basking rock and made kind of like a little tower cave, and so I could get her rock closer to the light. Well, when she was digging to nest, I didn't even realize as I was going to work that day, she had dug out from under one of those stacks of rocks, and it collapsed, and like it shifted and pinned her underneath the rocks. And when I got home and I saw her back in the corner, I knew she was probably nesting. I went to check on her, see if she laid eggs, and she was already passed away. Like she had been pinned for a couple hours, I guess, and already asphyxiated, and she was already, rigor mortis had already set in. She had already passed away, and there was nothing I could do. But I learned a valuable lesson then, that if you're going to put heavy rocks in your enclosure and you're going to have loose substrate, make sure the rocks are all the way on the ground and then the dirt's piled around it. You don't want to put the rocks up on a lot of substrate that they can dig underneath, because eventually the weight of that rock can shift. So now I've made sure all of my rocks and little caves I've got are firmly on the ground of the enclosure, so they can't shift or move.
I would, if I was going to build caves, I'd use marine sealant.
Oh yeah, and they can't move on you or shift either. Yeah, and it's just one of those things I never thought about. I had like three bricks on either side stacked up in like a little tower, and then a paver stone over the top, so it was kind of like a cave and a little tower at the same time. And the whole thing, I mean, the weight of those stones was probably 15 or 20 pounds. I don't know what that would be in kilograms, but it was enough to keep her from being able to breathe with the weight of it pushing down on her. So yeah, unfortunately.
My Royal's about 5-6 year old.
I love the way they're so active. I love it. I'm trying to desensitize them, because at first they were all like, if you even put your finger near them, they had the mouth open. They tried to be little mean dragons. So, but this dude right here is noticeably bigger than the other ones. I don't know if he's male and they're female, but he's like almost twice the size of the other ones. But his dad was a beast. So, but I'm going to pop these back under their lights, and I want to get the dad out so you can see this guy. He is a beast. Give me 1 second. Daddy got you. It's okay. It's okay. Now this beast of a dragon, this is Ramses, and I actually rescued him off of Craigslist when I first got into reptiles. And look at him; he's already like trying to bow up and be Mr. Tough Guy. But I take this guy.
Is he a citrus?
Yeah, he's a citrus blue bar, and he's going into shed some, so he's a little faded. But he has like the bluff attitude. Like, see right now he's all pancaked out, and I don't know if you guys can see him, but his beard's all puffed up. But
I used to have a BD years ago.
But see, look at this. He knows who Daddy is. He hears my voice, and look, he give me a little kiss. Like he act like he was ready to bite, and then he'll give me a little kiss. That's
Yeah,
Daddy's boy.
I'm hopefully when my mum and dad move, getting a custom heated shed so I can get more reptiles.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my next goal. Is I'm running out of room here in my little one bedroom studio apartment, but I've got a nice storage shed right behind me, and it's already got electricity run to it. But it's been used as a storage shed, but now we have another storage place. So part of my goal for this evening is to clean that place out and start getting it set up. I'm very fortunate that the I've been back working full time now at this retirement community, and I'm actually the kitchen manager, and I do all the food for all the elderly people there. I plan the menu and order it and cook most of the meals. But the company that owns the place is wanting to replace all the racks in their cooler, and they have 4 big metal racks that are perfect for reptile tanks. And when they replace them, they're going to give me all the old racks. So I'm going to put those 4 racks out in the storage shed, and that's going to give me room for a lot more reptiles.
Fair enough. I can't have many reptiles in my flat because the landlord sucks.
Yeah, I hate to hear that. I hate to hear that.
Animals.
That's the worst.
Yeah, I want to move.
That's the worst. Yeah, I'm very fortunate in that my landlord is a family, and they have some small children. Well, they're all from like 6 to 10 or 11, and I asked them when I first moved in if they were okay with pets, and they were like, "Well, we really don't want dogs and cats because we don't want the carpet and stuff to get tore up."
I get that.
Yeah, and I was like, but all my animals live in tanks, and they were like, well, as long as they're in tanks, we don't care. But I didn't tell them I had like 35 or 40 of them. But then when they first came over and they saw my setups and they saw the way I care for my animals, they were blown away. And their kids come over like at least once a month just to look around and mess with stuff and hold animals. Like they call it the zoo. They say I have a mini zoo, and but yeah, my landlord's been super supportive.
Do you keep any inverts yourself, or?
No, well now I used to be really into scorpions, and I had a nice emperor scorpion that I handled a lot. I've got some videos about it on my channel, and thank you, Diana. And I had a couple, and I had a big emperor, and I had a big Asian forest scorpion, and I could handle both of them. They were both nice and friendly. And no, you can't chat. He wants to chat on the laptop now. But I had I got up one day and I didn't check on them as much. Like my reptiles, my snakes, I pretty much do health checks pretty much every day, or clean the tank or change water bowl, something. But my scorpions, man, I wouldn't even, sometimes it'd be like a week. I'd go a whole week without checking on them because I just knew they didn't require a whole super lot of care. Like as long as there's water on their sponge, and I'd toss a cricket in there about once a week. But then I went to check on them and they were both dead. And I didn't know what had gone wrong. And then I realized the power strip that both of their heat mats were plugged into had failed, and it was during the winter. And I was letting it get down into like the high 50s, low 60s in my house. I was trying to save on my heating bill, and I was just bundling up. And I think it got way too cold, like too many nights in a row, and their heat mats weren't working. And I think that's what killed them because they both died. But I've never been. I've got family that has a strict no tarantula, no poisonous spider rule. Like they've been told by family members, if I get tarantulas, my nieces and nephews can't spend the night and can't come over anymore.
I'm mostly scorpions, man.
Yeah, I love the scorpions though, and I want to get some more. Like there's a reptile show coming up, and I've thought about ordering some online, but I'm just going to go to the show and buy some from some vendors that I know. I want to get another big emperor scorpion, and I definitely want an Asian forest.
How much for emperor scorpions were you bought?
Yeah, I paid, the last emperor scorpion I got was a juvenile. He was pretty small, and I think I paid $60 for him.
So that's about 50 quid. So the same as us then.
Yeah, but they've gotten, from what I've heard, the Asian forest scorpions you can get all day for like 15 or $20 American, and they even have them at a lot of the local box stores now. But emperors are getting harder to find, and it seems like all the ones I do find are babies. Like it's really hard to find a subadult or a bigger size emperor these days.
It's because they come on the CITES list.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, Mark, the mom. I just saw the chat. The mom, the dad is not a leatherback. The mom is, but I think it's co-dominant, or I think it's dominant. So I think they should all be leatherback, unless I'm wrong about that. If somebody in the chat wants to comment, I thought leatherback's complete dominant, so it should be all the babies, but I
I
could be
don't know.
wrong.
Mark knows his stuff though. To be
Yeah, if he
fair.
knows the stuff, let me know. Mom was a leatherback. Dad is not. He's just citrus blue bar. Now, Dad is a what's it called? Hypo. He has the clear nails.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and
Hypo.
but Mom did not. She had the regular nails. So I'm assuming some of the babies will be hypo and some will be het hypo. But I don't know. Is hypo recessive? Is it incomplete dominant? I don't know. Maybe Mark can school us if he's still watching.
I think I think you need both genes for hypo.
Yeah, so I think the babies will be het hypo because I know the dad is
Yeah.
visual, but the mom is not. So
They'd be 50% het
yeah,
hypo.
het hypo. All right, cool. Yeah,
I'm
but
not sure
yeah,
about blue bar whether that's
yeah, I
a
think
gene
it
that
is
you need.
dominant. I think it's dominant, and I think they all should be leatherbacks. They look like leatherbacks, but I don't know. They're still kind of small to tell. We haven't got 9 likes yet. Who's slacking? I like that. That's funny. We got 10 likes now. That's awesome, man. That's great. That's great. I think Johan had to go pick up Sandy or something, so I think he had to leave the chat.
I know he's in the chat, but he's just watching. Well, he said he was.
Gotcha.
There's, there was 12 on before, but there's only about 7 now.
This guy's hungry. I can tell he's hungry.
These are always hungry. They never
Yeah.
stop.
I'm very lucky that when I first got all my beardies and the other two I raised from babies that I have, I always made sure they had vegetables, and I would do this thing called the dragon burrito. I would take dandelion greens or collard greens, and I would roll it up like a burrito, and I would put the super worm or a doobie roach in the middle of it and roll it up like a little lettuce wrap, and they would force them to eat the lettuce or the spinach or the dandelion green because they wanted to get the worm that I had wrapped up.
Mine, when I got it, I had to put it on a diet because it was 6 kilograms in weight. William, you froze, mate. He's having internet issues by the looks of it. Is anyone still left in the chat? Yeah, it looks like Dragon Whisperer's having problems with his internet. Because it froze quite bad, so Andy, what you potting up, mate? Oh, pottering. Ah. That's cool, Andy. We'll have to see, mate, William. Pooh. I'll have to schedule it. Shit. 1 second. I'm not sure if I can make it a regular thing, William, because sometimes I am busy. But maybe. I think it would have to be Thursday. Is there anyone who wants to come on the stream? Andy, are you still here and are you free? What do you guys think I should do? Do you think I should continue the stream or end it? See you, Andy.